Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna talk to you about how to detach from your ego. So the first thing that I want you to understand is that the ego's purpose is to protect you, to keep you safe. The ego wants to be loved, wants to be accepted and protected, but it's not who you are. It's not your essence. The ego, in a way, is just a tool that could be beneficial for us to survive in difficult situations, but we don't need it constantly. We don't need the ego to live a fulfilling life. In fact, the ego sometimes stops us from becoming who we really are. It stops us from experiencing life, from experiencing the pleasures of life. The ego is very judgmental and is afraid of judgments from others. So the ego is driven by fear. So every time you feel fear, that's your ego taking the lead. And a lot of people are taking action and acting from a place of fear and from a place of doubt. And that creates very unfulfilling results, because that's not who we are. We are pure spiritual beings. We're supposed to act from a place of love. We are love, and every time we act from a place of fear and we let fear control our lives, we lose sight of who we truly are. So the first thing we have to do to detach from our ego is to get rid of fear, because when we let fear control us, we are no longer ourselves. We are no longer these spiritual beings, these powerful beings. We are just afraid of so many things that don't really matter. And if you really think about the things that we are afraid of, they're not really significant. A lot of people are afraid of others' judgments. A lot of people are afraid of failure, afraid to be themselves and to show up as themselves in the world. And why do we fear those things? Why? It's just the ego controlling us and making us believe that we are somehow in danger when we don't do certain things in a certain way. But in reality, there's nothing to be afraid of. Literally, like, we are free. We have nothing to fear. Even the worst thing that could happen to us is death. And I don't see death as something bad or something to be afraid of, because death is just the end of a cycle, and we just move into another realm of consciousness, because we are spiritual beings. We are not our physical bodies. We are not tied up to this lifetime. We had so many lifetimes before. We are just free in the universe, and we just move from a realm to a certain realm, to another realm of consciousness. So death is just a gateway to another place, to have another experience. So when we let fear control us, we miss out on so many opportunities. We miss out on life. We miss out on a lot of experiences that we came here to experience in the first place. So when you understand this, you will stop letting fear control you and guide you through life. You will stop fear from being the motivation for your actions, because if you act from a place of fear, you're always gonna be in this lower vibrational state. You're not gonna be feeling peaceful or happy or full of joy and fulfillment. You're always gonna be in this negative place, because there's always something bigger than yourself, something bigger than yourself controlling your life. And that's not what we're here for. We are divine beings. We are more than just this physical body. We are so powerful and so strong, and to let something so insignificant control our lives and make us feel like we are controlled and we are stuck in this place is just not why we are here. We're not here to let ourselves be controlled by fear and by judgments of others. So when you let go of fear, you become free in life. You start acting from a place of love. You start doing things because you love doing them. You're not doing things because you're afraid of the outcome or because you're avoiding a certain outcome. You're always gonna be acting from a place of love, from a place of pleasure and desire. Other people's judgments won't matter anymore because you're not afraid to be judged by others, because it doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter what others say about you. It doesn't matter how others perceive you. The only thing that matters is that you're doing things from a place of love and things are coming out from a positive place in your heart. The ego wants recognition. The ego wants to fit in society. The ego wants to be loved and cherished and accepted by others. And what we can do is work on our self-love and self-acceptance. Accept ourselves as we are and give ourselves the love and the recognition that we need, so that we don't go looking for all of these things outside of ourselves and letting the ego control us and letting other people's opinions influence our life. And the last thing you need to understand is that you are beyond the ego. You are a spiritual, divine being living a temporary human experience. So none of this matters actually. Like, we enjoy your time here on planet Earth. You are here to experience this life as it is. You're not here to be afraid of anything at all. Like I said, the worst thing that could happen is death, and death is not even a bad thing. We were just brought up to believe that death is bad and we should fear it, but it's not. Imagine like the worst thing that could happen to you. Like, it's not even worth thinking about those things, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. What matters is living from a place of love at this exact moment and cherishing life moment by moment as it is, going with the flow and trusting the universe and knowing who you truly are and not letting anyone influence that, not letting anyone tell you who you are. So you have to make peace with your ego and just see it as this protection mechanism that just wants to protect you and keep you safe. But you don't need protection when you are in alignment with the universe. When you are connected to the universe and your divine self, you don't need any outside protection. You don't need anything ego-driven. You are already divine, you are already protected and safe. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up for more videos about spirituality, law of attraction and astrology, and subscribe to my channel to see the future videos. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!